In this video, we are going to walk through steps 1 through 5 of Excel project number 2. When you first download the project from Blackboard, it should look like this, and the first thing that you want to do is go ahead and enlarge your screen or maximize your screen. It's the upper right hand corner of the little box. That'll allow you to see the full Excel project and access the tabs down at the lower left hand corner. So the first page is just the instruction page, and it shows you the grading rubric. When we get started, we want to go ahead and click on the Data tab. Under the Data tab, I've got the information started for you. You can see that there's a little header scenario, and in this case I have a little different information than you will. So realize that my numbers are going to be slightly different than yours so that I'm not duplicating your work. But here it says that we're borrowing $500,000 cash by sending a 10-year 7% installment note. The note requires 10 equal total payments of accrued interest and principal on December 31st of each year from December 10th or 2010 through 2019. So if we follow steps 1 through 5, the first step is to add your first and last name to the header, which I have actually already done, but the header is right here. If you double click on it, you can just go ahead and type up your name. Okay, when you're done, you can hit enter, or you can just go ahead and use your mouse to hit anywhere else on the screen. Number 2 says to go ahead and insert principal. So just move over to the grade in box, and we can see up above that our principal is $500,000. So we're going to go ahead and hard key, which I know that I've told you not to do, but in this case we want to do that. We're hard keying the data and hit enter. Step, let's see, where are we at? 3 says to input the interest rate, and up above it says it's 7%, so we're going to go ahead and type 7 and hit enter. And then we want to insert the number of payments. So it's 10 equal total payments, so we want to go ahead and type in 10 and hit enter. Okay, number 5 is the toughest of these questions, and it asks us to compute the amount of each of the 10 equal total payments. Now we could use our textbook and look for the present value of an annuity. However, instead of using that, we're going to go ahead and use a formula. So you can see here, and I've lost some on my page. Oops. Move this over. It says use a formula. So under the formula tab, choose. So here's the formula tab. It says choose insert function. So upper left hand corner all the way to the left in the formula tab is insert function. And then you want to go ahead and scroll down till you find payment. Okay. When you find payment, go ahead and select it and hit OK. And then it's going to go ahead and prompt you for the information that's necessary. And in this case, our rate is 7%, but I don't want you to hard key the number here. What I want you to do is to go ahead and use a formula that's going to tell the program that the data in I6 is equal to our percentage. So go ahead and just click on I6. It should go ahead and highlight that cell, and we can go ahead and hit enter. If you hit the wrong cell, or if you want to get out of it, just go ahead and hit the escape button. Okay, so again, back to the formula tab, insert function, payment, hit OK. Okay, our rate can be found in cell I6. Okay, the next one that we want is the net payments. So this is, and you can see down here that this is the total number of payments for the loan. Okay, we've already hard keyed this data, so now we want to go ahead and use a formula. So we're going to go ahead and tell the system that I7 contains the number of payments. Finally, we want to go to the present value. Okay, and we're going to tell the system that this can be found in cell I5. However, first we need to prompt the system that this is a negative, it's an output, a negative amount of money. So we're going to go ahead and put a negative sign, okay, and we're going to go ahead and tell it that this can be found in cell I5. Okay? We do not need future value or type. Okay? If you take a finance course, they'll get into those functions with you. But for this course, that's all the information we need: the rate, the number of payments, and the present value. When you're done, go ahead and hit OK, and you can see that the system has computed the amount of each of the 10 equal total payments. The reason that we used formulas is because we wanted to make sure that we could change this. Okay, if I want to change my principal to $800,000, okay, I can do that, and the system will automatically update my payment. Okay, or I can take it back to the $500,000 and play around with the rate. So maybe I want a 6.5% rate. Okay, it's going to round up to 7, but it did change it to 6.5, and it changes my payment. So let me go back to 6%, and again, you can change your number of payments as well. But by using formulas, we can play with the information and still have it calculate correct amounts. So this is the end of this video. In the next video, we'll go ahead and set up the amortization table required in step number 6.